Hey guys, so I don't know if many of you know, but on our website we have a section called Bride Guide, which is a section where we basically post a lot of frequently asked questions and some advice that we offer our couples before you book or even after you booked. A little insight as to different facets of wedding, portrait, and engagement photography. So today I wanted to go over one of the articles that we have up there, which is a posing guide. Now, every single time that we have a shoot, the number one thing that our couples tell us is we've never done this before, or we don't know exactly how to pose, which to us, we completely understand. It's new to you. And even when I get a camera pointed at me, usually the first couple of takes of this takes a little warming up until I get into the groove. So today I wanted to do a quick video on a couples posing guide. So let's begin. The very first pose that we always start pretty much every single shoot is what we like to call the standard pose. And the reason we like to call it the standard pose is because it's a very simple pose that basically anybody can do. And it's the pose that even though we do a crazy amount of different variations and really different creative shots, 9 times out of 10, this is the photo that the couple ends up printing for their wedding. So with the standard pose, it's super simple. It's just arms around each other in the back, and then for the groom, usually we have the hand in the pocket, and then when we're doing an engagement session for the bride, it's usually hand on him or hand on her hip, whichever she prefers. We can also do different takes of each one because we're not shooting film. We always tell her to bend her knee a little bit as well, it's more for the shoulders than for the legs. Just because it gives you a little bit more of a relaxed look. The next pose would be for when you guys are facing each other. When you're facing each other, as far as where your hand placement goes, usually his hands are wrapped around her lower back, around her waist, and then not so low because the parents are seeing this photos also. And then her hands are either on his elbow, or if they're on his shoulders, we always make sure that the arm is slightly bent. Otherwise, you start covering your face, especially if there's a height difference. Another pose that we like doing is when the groom is standing behind his bride. One very key element about this is that no matter, even if he's taller than her, much taller than her, we always have him standing a little bit to the side. That way, he's not gonna get covered by her face. Even if there is a big height difference, it'll still cover, his mouth or something like that. By having him a little bit to the side, that will help to see both of you guys. And obviously, usually we have them, facing towards each other, so that way there's a little bit of engagement and you're not just looking straight on, so it's not so prom pose. And during this set, we also like to play around with a few variations. So we tell them, whisper something in her ears, say something funny, make her laugh, tickle her. Basically things so you guys feel a little bit more at ease, a little bit more comfortable. Just have fun with a lot of these poses. Once we get the standard shot, we want you guys to kind of interact with each other a little bit more and just kind of be yourselves. That's what the engagement session is for. Going off of that, another pose that we do is the walking shot. The reason we like doing the walking shot is because it kind of lets your personality come out. Once again, you guys are holding hands. Usually we say hold hands like this rather than this. This we kind of call sausage fingers. It just doesn't look as pretty. So that looks really nice. And we have you guys just swinging your arms, walking, looking at each other, not looking at the ground. And usually we say not talking because you'll get those in-between faces that you're not gonna want. And this is a good time to get playful with her. Give her a little spin, give him a little spin. Whatever you guys wanna do, just kind of be a little bit more playful with it. The point of your engagement session is, one, so you guys can practice posing, so you guys are more comfortable with it by the time the wedding day comes. Also for us to get to know each other, so that way we know how playful you guys are. Are you a little bit more serious? Is it a mixture of both? Do you like more of those wider shots? Do you like closer up shots? It's a nice, basically dry run to see what everybody enjoys. And also it gives you really good photos in case you want to use them for anything during the reception. And we see our couples put their photos on canvases and have them all over the reception. So that's a cool thing too. That's a very basic guide as far as posing. There's a ton of other things that we can go into, but I just wanted to keep it nice and simple. The standard pose, the walking shot, the facing each other. Usually we're going to work with one of those variations. So I'm going to stop here and we'll go into a different video next week. Thank you guys. And I'll see you on the next one.